Hey everybody, welcome to TIW Podcast. I'm Eric, and today I watched WWE SmackDown episode 1096 and 205 Live episode 193, both broadcast on August 21st, 2020. Um, I also watched the newest episode, the reboot of Talking Smack, which aired the next morning. And it was really good. I'm not going to talk about specifics. I recommend just checking that out before SummerSlam. It is very, very entertaining. We had Kayla Braxton and The Miz hosting, and special guests were who were guests on there? The first guest was oh yeah, Sasha and Bailey were the first guests. Then Big E was the second guest, or rather third guest, and then the final guest was Jeff Hardy. Okay, so that's all I'm gonna say about Talking Smack. Go watch it; it's very good. Real quickly in 205 Live, I watched this just now. Just finished watching it, and we had two matches on there: Drake Maverick versus Tahuti Miles. I really enjoyed all the like character work in this match, especially at the beginning of the match. Drake Maverick did get the win, so congratulations to him. And then Jake Atlas versus Tony Nese. Jake Atlas won this match with a very smooth like roll up, like he pulled Tony Nese down through the ropes into that roll up. So very smooth from both of them to make that happen. But Atlas got the win, and Tony Nese went on the attack afterwards, and he went over the announcer table. Vic Joseph and Drew Gulak were there. He says, this brand is crap without Tony Nese. This roster is garbage without Tony Nese. So is that him saying that he's done with 205 Live and good luck with that? Or is he saying like, hey, give me a championship match because I make this brand? We'll see. We'll see what happens. And that brings us to SmackDown. Lots of stuff happened. I really enjoyed this episode. We opened up with a big spectacle entrance introduction for the Thunderdome. I think it's pretty cool. I don't. Well, I'm excited for it. I'm not sure I necessarily like how it looks with all of the virtual audience members, but I am excited to be part of the virtual audience for SummerSlam. I missed the registration for Raw though. I remembered it at like noon, my time, and if they started it at the same time as on Friday for SummerSlam, then I missed it by like 2 hours. But I am very, very excited for SummerSlam to be in the Thunderdome. When it's not with the audience members, that's when it looks really cool because you have all the graphics and everything. It's awesome. And then Pyro is back. We've got all the explosions and the fire and the sparklies and all of that. It's great. And lasers flying everywhere. I like it. So we open up with Vince McMahon saying, "Welcome to the Thunderdome," and then the Fiend comes in with his whole entrance, and Vince gets out of there, and then Braun comes in, and then Retribution surrounds the ring, and the Fiend says, "Okay, bye." He just waves goodbye to Braun. The lights go out, and then Braun is there alone, surrounded by like 20 members of Retribution now. And they beat him up. The locker room comes out, fights them off as they've been fought off, and the last of them leaves. The Miz finally arrives from backstage and is like, "Yeah, I helped." Then we had Sheamus versus Big E. Big E won via a roll-up after Sheamus was distracted by Corbin being out there. The whole locker room was at ringside, basically. Not everybody, but a lot of the people who had come out to fight off Retribution were still out there to make sure that they didn't interfere. And Dana is like, she's given Baron Corbin a real piece of her mind. She's like, "What are you doing?" She's like shaking her finger at him. telling he's awful. Probably, I don't remember exactly what she said, but I really enjoyed that. Um, Backstage, Jeff Hardy is getting medical attention because his knee is messed up. He thought somebody attacked, one of Retribution attacked him or something. But then just a few minutes later, we see replay footage of the event, and AJ Styles kicked Jeff Hardy in the knee from behind in anticipation for their Intercontinental Championship match later tonight. AJ Styles set to defend that championship. Hardy pleads with the doctor. Says, come on, you gotta do something. We gotta make this happen. I can't miss this match and all that. He eventually does get cleared. The doctor says, hey, if you can tolerate the pain, then I'll clear you. It's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but then it's all on you at that point. So Jeff Hardy does go on to participate in the match. He struggles with his knee the entire time. He even falls off as he's trying to go up onto the top ropes. Just totally wipes out. And it was pretty interesting match. It was the main event match because it was the last match of the night. So I will skip forward to it. Jeff Hardy is the new Intercontinental Champion. He's a 5-time Intercontinental Champion now. And I thought for sure, so The Miz on Talking Smack was like, hey, you've got to defend that. You've got to defend that on SummerSlam. Otherwise, you're disrespecting all of the previous Intercontinental Champions and all of that. And I thought for sure that The Miz was going to be like, so? How about a match? I want to challenge you for it. But that did not happen. It should have. I wonder if it will. If that will lead to something. If maybe the Twitter beef will be... I don't know how much... I don't think Jeff Hardy tweets very much. Maybe he tweets a little bit. He doesn't... I never hear about big Twitter feuds happening with Jeff Hardy. So anyway, that was really good. And AJ Styles was furious, saying that Jeff Hardy cheated because he got hit in the face with his knee brace. And then when asked about it, The Miz was like, congratulations, that's straight out of my book. That's great. And then Jeff Hardy was like, yeah, I did do that. So he didn't seem very apologetic about having used that knee brace to his advantage, because it was also a big disadvantage throughout the match. But anyway, going back to after when we first seen him with the doctor, we had a Lucha House Party versus Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro. So it was a SmackDown Championship match. Kalisto is at ringside, but Cesaro pinned Lince Dorado. And Kalisto and Lince argue afterwards. They get into a shoving match, yelling at each other. And could this have been the beginning of the breakup? Kalisto coming just in time to break up the house party. I guess we'll see what happens there. That could be something for payback. Then we had Corey Graves interview Sasha and Bailey. They say, no, there's anybody, Asuka or anybody else who could beat both of us in one night. And then Naomi arrives and she says, hello, ding dongs. And I love that. And that's why that's the name of this episode. And Corey and Michael Cole propose. I forget who actually proposed it, but they're like, well, how about a beat the clock challenge? And then so we have Naomi versus Sasha. Sasha defeats Naomi in 3 minutes and 39 seconds. And then Naomi defeats Bailey. So Bailey loses the beat the clock challenge, which I thought was great because when you have a beat the clock challenge, it assumes that the two people competing in it, that they're both surely going to defeat the person who they're both fighting. So, I liked that Bailey lost there, and also Sasha's reaction to that was really great, and because she was really happy. But when Bailey could see her face, she put on her sad face, like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." like Larry David going, "Oh, so sorry, so sorry." Very like kind of sarcastically or condescendingly. It's great. Um, but anyway, yeah. So Bailey will because they got into a bit of an argument because Bailey's saying, "No, I was just suggesting it. I wasn't saying that I would. It was just a suggestion that I would go first." And Sasha seemed to be pretty upset with that. And Corey's like, "Okay, well then let's settle this then." Um, and then Asuka comes out and does her thing, challenges them, puffs up a little bit, does a little bit of dancing, says that she's going to be the empress of every title. Which on Talking Smack, I now saw they had the Miz correct Kayla, saying it's the empress of all titles, but I wrote down empress of every title. I think Kayla got it right. Kayla got it right. She did say empress of every title. But maybe the t-shirts that they have prepared say all titles, and that's why they had to correct it. Spoiler. Ding dong. Hello. Spoilers. They were really great on Talking Stack because they were like, "Oh, you're just jealous because you don't have a best friend. Somebody get Kayla a best friend." And then they go, "Ding dong, hello. Oh, nobody's there." That's great. I like it. Um, then we had backstage. Dana Brooke tries to tell Sonya that she feels so bad about what everything she went through this week. I won't get into all of that, but Sonya's response to it was to slap the living crap out of Dana's face. I'm surprised Dana even still has a face. She got slapped so hard, and she goes disrespectful, and then leaves. That was so great. Sonya. Before that, earlier in the night, Mandy addressed Sonya, speaking directly to the camera, saying, "Let's go back to how things were. Let's get back to what we had. I believe in the good in you and all of that." So Sonya comes out into the Thunderdome and says, basically, well, I guess you don't care if your head's shaved. I don't care if my head's shaved. Let's up the stakes. Loser, it's a no DQ match, and loser leaves WWE. And wow. So that escalated quickly, and Mandy is probably also going to get the soul slapped out of her. So we'll see. It's going to be good. That's going to be really good. Then we had an interview with Nikki Cross backstage, or like a confessional type of thing, and she says that she tried to talk to Alexa on Tuesday, but she's different now. Something is wrong. Something bad is going to happen, and maybe we'll see that come to fruition on Saturday. That could be pretty cool. AJ Styles versus Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy won via twist of fate and swanton bomb. That was after he hit AJ in the face with his leg brace. AJ backstage is very angry because he's accused of being overconfident, and that's what led to his loss. But he said, "No, he cheated. He cheated. I was out of it because I got kicked in the face with a leg brace." That's a song lyric, not the leg brace that runs the place. And then we have Firefly Funhouse Special Edition with Huskus the Pig Boy and Ramblin' Rabbit reenacting what happened with Braun Strowman and Alexa Bliss, but they like fall in love, and Bray comes in. "What the freaking heck is going on in here?" And says, "Sorry, dude, got caught up in the moment." And Bray's big message for us all is that love can be terrible, and it's the worst, and it gets you stuck into situations and all. I like it. Was funny. But then he smells something and he starts sniffing around, and he says, "Oh, what took you so long?" And then Braun attacks him, and he is barely fighting back, and he's just brutalized by Braun Strowman, and he gets thrown off of the loading docks onto the concrete. He seems to be on the verge of death Ambulance backs up. They load him into the ambulance, but then the ambulance stops, and then it backs up, and then everybody at the doctor's like, "No, go, get out of here! Gotta take him to the hospital. What are you doing? Get out of here!" I forget the one guy's name. He's the main one who's saying that stuff. But they the ambulance backs up, and then the light inside, there's like fog inside. You can no longer see, and then the white light of the dome light or whatever, the interior lights, they turn red, and then the camera turns back to the ambulance, and the Fiend is standing there. The ambulance door is wide open, and he just laughs, sticks his tongue out, and that's how and everybody is horrified. I'm excited. It's gonna be a Falls Count Anywhere match, and the falls will probably happen anywhere and everywhere. They could even travel into different planes of existence throughout this match. It was shown that they're like, we have a camera crew trying to find them, except like they can't find the Firefly Funhouse. But Braun somehow found it. That it must be some type of interdimensional portal or something. He traveled through to get there. So yeah, it's gonna be. I'm excited. That match is going to be really good. Alexa Bliss has to play a part in it. I'm wondering, is Retribution, does that have do they have anything to do with the Fiend, or is the Fiend just taking advantage of the situation? Is like, oh, this is I'm just going to get out of here and let these guys take care of Braun for me. Alexa having changed is awesome. We didn't actually see her on this episode, so I think we'll see her do something big on Saturday or on Sunday. And I'm just overall like very, very excited. This whole weekend of shows is going to be so good. I talked about my TakeOver 30 predictions already, but let me run down what matches we have on the card announced already. They might add some more. They might change some. I don't know. We have 8 matches announced. We have the Street Profits versus Andrade and Angel Garza. I think that the Street Profits will win there, and that it's very likely that Bianca Belair and Zelina Vega will get into an argument of some sort, or fisticuffs at some point. We have Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton. I think Randy Orton is going to win, and then we might get the return of somebody to challenge that, or the appearance of somebody who we haven't seen on Raw yet, or at least not anytime recently. I don't know. Maybe I forget exactly what I was thinking. I was trying to allude to somebody returning to challenge Randy Orton. Oh, John Cena. I think it could be John Cena. Then we have Apollo Crews versus MVP for the United States Championship. Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin are banned from ringside, so I think Apollo Crews will win. Or MVP, if MVP tries to cheat and he does it unsuccessfully, then he'll lose anyway. But then we had Dominic Mysterio with Rey Mysterio at ringside versus Seth Rollins with Buddy Murphy at ringside in a street fight. So it's basically a street fight. Like, anything goes in a street fight. Like Mysterio, Rey and Murphy, they can get involved, right? So it's basically like a tornado tag match street fight, except that only Dominic or Seth can get or receive the pin. But that's gonna be nuts. That match is gonna be really good, I think. And I think this could lead to Samoa Joe returning to the ring to fight Seth Rollins. I hope. Oh man, imagine that trio. Then Seth Rollins and Murphy are outnumbered. Good luck with that, guys. Talk about the greater good. They'd be the greater good at that point. Anyway, then we have Sasha Banks versus Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship. I think Asuka will win. And Bayley versus Asuka for the SmackDown Women's Championship. I think I think Asuka will also win that. And then we'll get some type of payback match, Asuka and somebody, hopefully Io Shirai, challenging for the tag team titles at Payback, and then Asuka can be Asuka 3 belts and Io 2 belts, and Sasha and Bailey no belts. Braun Strowman versus The Fiend. I think that The Fiend will win because he got beaten up on purpose. He was just messing with Braun. He didn't care that he was getting beat up because he knew The Fiend would come and be just elated at the amount of hurt that is taking place. If it's a false count anywhere for the WWE Universal Championship, I think that the Fiend will win. And then we have Mandy Rose versus Sonya Deville. No disqualifications. Loser leaves WWE. Neither of them. The hair thing is off. I think that the hair thing is off the table now. That now it's just all the other stuff. So man, this match could be awesome. This could be really, really good, and I'm excited for there to be 3 singles matches, 3 women's singles matches. That would be awesome. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I think maybe I think that John Cena will return. Some people have been saying Roman Reigns will return. That seems like a rumor out there. So yeah, I don't know. I think, and then I thought it would be interesting. What if Roman Reigns is actually the leader of Retribution? What would any of us even do about that? I don't know. So there you go. I do think Retribution will play a big role in something happening at SummerSlam, or, I mean, they've got to have some presence there. Maybe the really big thing happens on the next night on Raw. But I'm excited. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Of course. All things could be completely weird and executed badly. I don't know, but I'm looking forward to it. I think at least half of it will be really good. And that's enough for me to have enjoyed the show, I think. Anyway, why am I even getting even halfway negative about anything? So let me know what you think, what you hope will happen at SummerSlam, what you thought of this episodes or all these episodes of stuff. They also had like a SummerSlam, best of SummerSlam special on Fox, that is still going as I record this, but, I'm recording this like 15 minutes. The kickoff for TakeOver begins. So that is it for right now. But let me know what you thought by tweeting me at TIW Podcast. Go to TIWpodcast.com for more reviews. If you enjoyed this episode or anything else on the site, please share some links with your friends. Subscribe on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, wherever you like to listen. Stay safe, healthy, and happy out there in all of the infinite multiverses. And I'll see you next time here on TIW Podcast. Ding dong. Goodbye.